Hello and welcome to AMG Time And Attendance system video tutorial. In this video I'm going to introduce you to one of the main concepts of the program, which is assigning schedule. For assigning schedule, first of all you should create corresponding shifts from definitions shifts window. More about creating and configuring shifts you can learn in video tutorial about shifts. Schedule can be assigned in two ways. Either separately for each employee one by one, or simultaneously to all or a group of employees at once. Let's start by explaining how to assign schedule to one employee. First of all, I should mention that it can be done from two different sections. First option is to go to Standard section, open Attendance window, select the necessary employee from Employees table, and go to Schedule tab. The second way is to go to Definition section, open Employees window, select the necessary employee from Employees table, and open Edit Employee window, and go to Schedule tab. Now let me show how to assign, edit and delete schedule for this window. By default in the screen are displayed schedules of current, previous and next weeks. You also have a possibility to view the schedules of all past or upcoming weeks using these up and down arrows, or by entering necessary date into the date field and click on the Apply button. Besides, if you have assigned schedules, you can view the schedules in a tabular form by just clicking on Table View button. At first, let's assign a schedule for any particular day. For that, just click on the card of the date for which you want to assign a schedule. As a result, will be open Schedule Details window. Enable Work checkbox to make the day working and to activate other fields. From the Shift Group combo box, select the necessary shift group. Also, by clicking on the button next to it, you will go to the Shift Groups window, where you can add, edit and delete the shift groups and the individual shifts. After selecting the necessary shift group, if that shift group has more than one shift, you must also select the necessary shift from the shift field. If you don't want to select only one of the shifts because employee can work by any of these shifts, then you should check floater box. In this case, the system will compare employees' clock-in time with cutoff values of shifts, and based on that comparison automatically select the corresponding shift and assign to the employee. Check Deny Short Lunch Break Duration box if you want that short duration of lunch or break be denied for selected day. It means that after performing out for lunch and out for break punches from the device, employees wouldn't be able to perform any other action from the device until the lunch or break duration is over. Note that this feature doesn't apply for all device types, but only for AMG FP30, AMG FP90, new TM2010B and GT400 devices, and only in case punch menu is selected as menu type. If you want to assign employee to do a certain job or to work in a certain department, then from the corresponding combo boxes select the necessary department and job. Also, from here you can open Jobs and Departments window by clicking on these buttons next to combo boxes. At the end, if you want to apply the same configured schedule to the rest days of the week, then check also Apply to the rest of the week box. Then click on OK button to save the schedule. As a result, you can see that on the selected schedule card appears some information. Here is the start and stop times of the scheduled shift. Here can be also displayed flags if you selected shift is flexible, and also floater if you have checked floater box. Below you can see also selected department and job codes. Total duration of shift and also work, which indicates that employee is assigned to work. Work can also be struck through if employee is not assigned to work. Here you can also assign schedule for the entire week, which is presented in the middle line. For that, click on the Edit This Week button and configure the schedule for any day of a week you need. At the end, click on OK button to save changes. Now let's see what other actions are possible to perform with schedules. First of all, like in any other window, here also there is possibility to generate report. For that, click on Report button, then select the required time period and generate the report. With this Delete button, you can delete existing schedules. There are two options for deleting. First is when you check the certain schedules which you want to delete and press on Delete button. In this case, only selected schedules are being deleted. The second option is when you press on Delete button without checking any dates, and then in the Delete Schedule window, mention start and end dates of the time period schedules of which should be deleted, and press OK. In this case, all existing schedules in the mentioned time period are being deleted. With Edit checked button, you can assign or edit schedules for multiple days. For that, at first check all days you want to edit, then click on Edit checked button. As a result, will be opened multiple schedules window, and the schedule you configure from here will be assigned to all checked dates. With Copy checked button, you can also copy schedule of checked days to other weeks. For that, you should check the schedules you want to copy and then click on the Copy checked button. In the Open Copy checked window, enter start and end dates of the period to which you want to copy the schedule and click OK. One more way to assign a schedule to employee is to load schedule of another employee. For that, click on the Load button. In the Open Schedule Templates window, from the Employees table, select the employee whose schedule you want to load. Then in the What to Load box, select which parameters exactly you want to load from the schedule of the selected employee. For example, you can choose to load only work status and job, and not to load department. Then, in the time period box, enter start and end dates of the period schedule of which you want to load. Note that start date cannot be earlier than employee status start date. After finishing configuration, press OK to load the schedule. As a result, you can see that selected employee schedule was copied to this employee. When assigning schedule, you must take into consideration that by default in the system is enabled Copy Last Schedule if current is missing feature, which means that if the schedule of the current week is missing, then it will be copied from the previous week's schedule. Here is being displayed information about that. For disabling it, you should go to General Settings and uncheck corresponding box. If for the particular employee you don't need the same schedule to be repeated every week, but instead you need to rotate schedules, for example, you need the employee to work 2 days and then take 2 days off, then again work 2 days and then again take 2 days off, and so on, then you should at first go to General Settings window and enable rotating schedules by checking this box. If you don't have this feature in your software version, then contact your software vendor to order it. After enabling this feature again, go to Employee Schedule window. And here you will see that a new rotate button has appeared. If you want to apply to this employee rotating schedule, then at first you should create a template which will be rotated. In your sample, it should be 2 working days and 2 days off, in total 4 days. After that, click on Rotate button. As a result, will appear Rotate Schedule window. Here you should at first check Apply Rotating Schedule box. Then in Use Template starting from field, enter the start date of the created schedules template. In our case it is 24th of February. Then enter count of days in the created template, which is 4 in our sample. And in the last field, enter the date from which rotation of template should start to be applied. In our case, it is 28th of February. After entering all parameters, click OK button to save changes. As a result, you will see that the schedule started to be rotated according to configured rotation parameters. It is applied till the end of current week, but every next week it will continue to be applied according to same rotation rules. This was all about how to assign, edit and delete schedule to one employee. Now let me show you how to do that for all or a group of employees simultaneously. For that, let's go to Standard Scheduling window. Here in one table are displayed all employees and their schedule for 1 week. By default it is the current week, but if necessary you can also view the schedules of all past or upcoming weeks using these previous and next arrows, or by entering necessary date into the date field and clicking on the OK button. In this window, you can also filter employees whose schedule you want to view. For filtering, you should click on Filter Employees button. As a result, will be opened Employees window where you should check all those employees whose schedule you want to view. For checking or unchecking all employees simultaneously, you can use the corresponding buttons below. Before checking employees, you can also filter them by status, working time and employment type, as well as by headquarters, divisions, groups, jobs and departments, by clicking on these small buttons next to each field. After filtering and checking all necessary employees, click on OK button to perform filtering. As a result, in the employees table will remain only filtered employees. Now, if you want to assign the same schedule to all filtered employees at once, then instead of checking schedules of each employee separately, you can check these boxes next to each weekday. As a result of which, you can see that schedules of all employees get automatically checked. And then, when clicking on Edit Checked button and assigning a schedule, it will be applied at once to all checked employees and days. In the same way with Delete Checked button, you can also delete schedules of all or filtered employees simultaneously. So that's all about schedule assignment. Thank you for your attention.